A high school senior basketball player is demonstrating how there's always room for kindness, even with a little fun competition involved.
But it's her personal struggles off the court that have inspired her to make an impact in her community. WBZ's Nick Giovanni shows us this week's MVP.
She's viewed as the heart and soul of her high school basketball team.
Such a central part of the team, and it wouldn't be Fontbonne basketball without her.
Someone who can play every position on the court.
Depends on the day, depends on our opponent. Sometimes, like yesterday, I got thrown in as a point guard. Sometimes I'm the center.
The one constant is how Jess Laflamme plays. Always with a smile.
She's like the Energizer Bunny. She's so friendly.
She always has a smile on her face, and she's always bringing everyone up when they're down.
The same could be said for the Fontbonne senior off the court. Her inherent kindness so apparent, it led to a middle school mystery covered by WBZ's David Wade, when she went from locker to locker, spreading positivity anonymously.
I put a sticky note writing 2 nice things about everyone in the middle school in their lockers.
It was a gesture that stuck with some of her fellow seniors 6 years later.
Middle school is a rough time for a lot of people, especially middle school girls, and I think a lot of people were really touched by it.
But when she got to high school, beneath her perpetual smile, Laflamme found herself stuck in an internal struggle.
I think it was the beginning of my sophomore year. I really started struggling with anxiety and depression, and there were times in my life when I wanted to take my own life.
A bright light in a dark place. Laflamme says it was the thought of others that got her through.
I was helping one of my coaches coach a 5th grade basketball team, and what I kept thinking over and over to myself was, what would they tell the 5th graders if I didn't show up to practice one day?
Among those Jess turned to was Fontbonne Athletic Director Anna DeVito.
And it's hard when you care about someone and you're, we gotta pause for a second. Listening to really a child sharing their experience and hearing their story and how much they've struggled, it's hard not to get emotional.
Rather than trying to mask her pain, Jess acknowledged vulnerability.
I just, knowing that feeling, I never wanted anyone else to feel like that.
So for her senior class's social justice project, Jess picked suicide prevention as her topic to take on.
Sitting down and reading the statistics and reading the stuff that I've personally experienced, it's really hard, but I know that what I'm doing is gonna help so many people, and it's stuff that needs to be shared.
Willing to share what she went through, Laflamme's working to organize a mental health day on campus as part of her project.
Having someone else understand that mental health is the stigma surrounding it, that it needs to be broken, that barrier. It's awesome to have my own friend who sees that.
As her friends would say, that's so Jess, a model of empathy who's managed to turn the page in her own life and look ahead to its next chapter. Committed to play college ball at Curry College this fall.
I think for her specifically, it's special knowing that all that she's overcome to get to that point. It's kind of the cherry on top.
What do you want out of life?
I want to be happy, and I want to make the world a better place overall.
Safe to say, she already has. Jess Laflamme is this week's
Jess, we're with you. Keep fighting. Do you know a student athlete or coach adding value to their community? Send us an email, newstips@wbz-tv.com.